What is up, everybody? It is Aaron and Ray back again with another episode of Franchise Tag Fantasy Football Podcast. My great friend Ray is on the screen with me here. We had a little discussion before this started. So let me know in the comments. I want to know your thoughts on what you think of Justin Fields and the Bears offense, and if he is that whole offense, which I believe that he is. And I want you to let me know if you think Tua is an okay quarterback, but Jalen Waddle and Tyreek just happened to bring him just a little bit above being average. I would like to know people's thoughts on these two topics.
Would you like to know my thoughts on both?
I would, Ray. I would love to know your thoughts. Before we get into this, how are you?
Oh, I'm great.
Yes.
I'm still alive, and that's in the fantasy
alive
world,
and kicking.
I'm still alive.
Oh, barely. Hanging on by a thread.
Barely, yeah. I'm on life support, but I'm still there.
Don't pull the plug.
I'm trying to make some noise, man. Let me tell you. But let me answer the question that you just asked, because I think that at this point, I think I've sold the idea enough. I've told the people enough. Justin Fields is going to finish as the fantasy MVP this season. And I swear to Christ, if you don't believe it, you've seen it the last 5 weeks. We're going to go into 6 weeks, and I promise you it isn't going to change. He is on fire. Scares me as a Packers fan. And for the Tua thing that you were talking about, Tua will be in the MVP conversation of the National Football League solely because of the offense that he is a part of. Not because of what he's doing, not because of how good he is. He's playing turnover-free football in an offense that is impossible to stop because of his weapons, and it's just a perfect storm.
Dude, he has Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, fantasy wide receivers 1 and 4 on the season. He has Raheem Mostert and now Jeff Wilson as well, who both scored and both had good fantasy weeks this week with his head coach. Yes, and with his head coach who kind of just understands how to make everyone work together. I do agree. Yes, he has like 49.5 yards max arm strength.
Doesn't need it.
Exactly. But with the two wide receivers that he has, he could throw it 7 yards and they could just bust it out.
I will say that the game plan they're implementing, the routes that they have Tyreek and Jalen Waddle running, how they're scheming them open, it's working to a T. And I want to point out, they still have Gesicki. Gesicki's still really good. Yeah. He's a very talented tight end.
They don't use him all the time, but yes, he's very talented.
And their third option, I don't know what his name is, 14, whatever his name is. You don't even got to vet it because he's not fantasy relevant at all.
Yeah, no.
But that catch that he made on the sideline, that was a dope catch. That's not a third string catch. That's a starter in the NFL catch. That was pretty good. It's a good throw by Tua, I would say. But anyway,
say that again.
I can't. It was one time. You didn't hear it. After
say that one more time. I believe we have a Ray said that was a good throw by Tua.
It was a lucky throw, man. That's the way.
You said good. You can't backtrack now.
Well, I'm backtracking. I've already covered up the snow. I've gone in a different direction.
Trent Sherfield.
That was a hell of a catch. You want to talk about hell of a catches, though? Let's get into some.
Can we talk about
games.
Stephon Diggs and Justin Jefferson both?
Stephon Diggs set the bar, and then Justin Jefferson went right over that bar. Well, I'm going to tell you, that was the nastiest catch I have ever seen in my life. I promise you're going to see it on a thumbnail.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, that is fair. It's our thumbnail this week. So I heard a comparison, I think, on Good Morning Football, where one of them said that it's like the old Michael Jordan commercials. Anything you can do, I can do better. Yeah. It's like that's how that game went between the two of those guys.
And God,
could you imagine if they were on the same team?
No, I don't want to.
Could you? To be honest, I mean, to be fair,
Stephon Diggs was there. They weren't going to draft Justin Jefferson because Stephon Diggs is that dude. But so was Justin Jefferson.
Right? Why wouldn't they just say, bye, Adam Thielen? See you later.
I don't know.
But it said they paid Adam Thielen and let Stephon walk. Like, I don't get it.
Also, in other news, the Packers winning. Let's go.
I'm back on the bandwagon.
Hey, we're going to the Super Bowl, guys. I don't know if you know that.
we did. Oh, that's the wrong team. I'm sorry.
Remember life support?
Listen.
We're on life support in Green Bay.
We are on life support. We have to have everything go right. But anyways, It was the cry amongst all Packers fans of, oh my God, Jair Alexander should have been called with the pass interference. Should he have probably been called? Yes. But also on CD's second touchdown, there should have been a false start flag that was called, and multiple other penalties throughout the game that were missed on both sides of the ball. It's not just one way or the other. Oh, the NFL wanted the Packers to win that game. No, I'm sorry. It just so happens that when any time the Cowboys play the Packers, they don't play very well. It doesn't matter if they're 2-6 or 6-2. It's just what it is.
I'm gonna point this out for this is just a little tidbit that I got from this game. One, the Packers offense is infinitely better when Christian Watson is on the field. Infinitely.
I agree. He just needs to be healthy.
And understandably, their record kind of reflects the fact that he hasn't been there because he does things for the offense. He opens it up. Look at how much running room both A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones had.
I agree. I did notice, too, that Christian Watson was double-teamed on a few plays, and Aaron Rodgers still fed him the football.
Just something to monitor. Maybe worth stashing right now.
If you're in a keeper or dynasty, for sure.
I don't know if this is like a return to the mean and Alan Lazard gets all the targets next week. It could be. But, it's one week sample size. But I think that after what we saw, Aaron Rodgers going right back at him after he dropped that two balls. He went right back at him a bunch of times after that. And it might just be the norm. I don't know.
Sorry to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, that was all I had. That's just really all I had.
And this is, to me, this was the defense doing what the defense does, which is you just get gashed in the run game, have a couple big plays on the opposing team's offense, has a couple big plays, I guess is the better way to word that. And then our offense comes out actually firing on all cylinders, making things work, establishing the run, making sure that your best player on the team, probably which is Aaron Jones, gets the ball, and probably, honestly, your best wide receiver, which happens to be Christian Watson, also gets the ball. When you feature your best players, this offense will click. And when we don't have the stupid mental mistakes and things like that, that's what happens. And to be fair, Amari Rodgers should probably be cut this week because I don't know how many times this dude's going to muff a punt and give a team an extra possession.
He's not going to get cut. He should have already, but he's not going to.
I don't understand how many times he's going to have to give someone another possession. Anyways, the Monday night game is going on right now. I think it's 10-14 at half. Philadelphia's up.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts is still that dude. A.J. Brown is back on the field. The Washington Commanders are better with Heineke than they are with Wentz? Question mark?
Yeah, I think so. But then, Heineke does a lot of dumb things. But, Aaron, I think we're bearing the lead here. And I think we're bearing the lead right now. I think that what we need to really talk about, and my new favorite segment on our show, it's my favorite segment. I don't know about yours, Aaron. But it is time to talk about Rashad White.
Rashad White watch?
Rashad White watch.
Did you completely just skip the Monday night game to just try to bring up Rashad White in my face?
Let's talk about Rashad White for a second, Aaron.
Okay, let's talk about him. Let's talk about him, bro.
How about that, Rashad White?
So the only reason that he's probably now going to usurp that job is because there happens to be a hit pointer in Leonard Fournette. Even though the Bucs are saying that he's tracking to play this Sunday. Yes, Rashad White against Seattle, whose defense got exposed in Germany. He was pretty good.
Pretty good?
Yeah.
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 Top 10 back this week. That's pretty good.
Are you sure about that?
Absolutely.
Have you vetted this before you spoke?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Should be at least a running back one this week.
Are you said top 10s. Don't be changing it now.
Running back one this week. Gotta be.
Okay.
Anyways, Aaron.
I'm vetting as you keep talking about your love for Rashad White.
I know that it's hurting Aaron so much to know that Rashad White will take that job because it's going to happen.
No, I agree. He will take that job. I just said after the end of the year.
It's awful.
Gosh, I have to use my phone. Why does Sleeper not use the same platform for phone and web? It's so stupid. Sleeper is an awesome platform, but Jesus Christ.
Yeah, sometimes they really
drop the ball.
Favors, yeah. So Sleeper has him right now as running back 17 on the week. But
oh no, that doesn't seem like a running back one, Ray.
When you look at this, Aaron,
22 attempts, 105 yards, 4.7 a carry. That's pretty dang good.
When you look
he only
at
scored
also
10.5. What's up?
Look at the rankings they have for Dalvin Cook, and then look at the rankings they have for Aaron Jones.
Why?
Dalvin Cook on Sleeper's platform, or whatever they want to say, was a running back 4 this week, right?
Yes.
At 25.10 points.
Yes. He's 9 on the season, by the way.
Aaron Jones is the running back 2 this week.
Mm-hmm.
With 24 points.
Yeah, Dalvin Cook has 22.1, and he has...
Dalvin Cook has 25.
No, in our scoring format, he has 22.1 points. That's 25. Aaron Jones. No.
25.
Are you using our league or the other league?
I'm using our league.
I might be using League of Flunkies league. My bad.
It's all good. Anyways, Rashad White's going to take that job. Aaron.
No.
We have a lot to get to today.
No, we do, and I know, and you just want to throw Rashad White in my face.
I know. We're going to get to the news and notes here.
Go ahead.
And then we're going to get to the waivers, because this is a big waiver week. And I want to point out a few names to you guys. I think I was not even premature on one of them. I think it was pretty nice. Anyways, let's get to the news and notes from this week. Cooper Kupp. Big news for Cooper Kupp. It doesn't look like it was
high ankle sprain.
As serious as they thought, because they thought it might have been an actual broken bone. It wasn't. High ankle sprain. Most likely going to miss about, 4 weeks.
He's out for fantasy. He's done for fantasy.
So in redraft, it might be time to cut him. I would still wait this week, see what happens.
Asking for a friend, DeAndre Swift for TJ Hawkinson straight up.
I already answered this. I don't. I would on your circumstance, but in most circumstances, no.
Got to go get a tight end now, boys.
That's tough.
That's super tough, especially with Zach Ertz getting hurt this week. God, I'm so screwed.
Yeah, Zach Ertz.
But I got DeAndre Swift. Ruben.
Oh, whoa.
I got him in another league. Hey, just add it to the F-bomb counter in the bottom corner.
That's different.
I'm just kidding. Ruben, I love you, but I had to go get DeAndre Swift in another league because you wouldn't let him go in ours.
He ain't listening.
He is listening.
He don't even like us that much.
Listen, don't say a word. I bet you he freaking texts me about that. That's Aaron. 2 in a row, boy. I'm sorry. I'm hyped. I just got DeAndre Swift.
We're good?
Yes. Okay, continue. I'm sorry.
Get some more F-bombs to drop?
I apologize. Freak.
I don't know if that makes it better. So, Zach Ertz suffered a season-ending knee injury. Now, is it a torn ACL?
Right? It's either that or he completely blew his knee out.
I don't know, but he's old, and I don't think he's going to be coming back.
Yeah, I don't think he'll come back either.
This might be the end of his career. Speaking of Cardinals news, Eno Benjamin. Surprise release.
Jesus. Right?
Why?
When I saw that, I have literally no idea. He carried the load when James Conner was gone.
And James Conner's super injury prone.
That makes me think. It makes me think that there might have, because obviously they're paying James Conner more money. There might have been a scuffle in the locker room between, last week and this week of between the two of them. Essentially, there's discourse in the running back room.
It could be, or because Arizona's so poorly ran right now.
That is true. That is very true.
Staying on Arizona news.
Yes.
This is the Arizona show. Marquise Brown is getting very close to returning. Most likely not this week, but after the bye, he will be back.
Hey.
I think that when he comes back, that offense is going to hum.
With how much work Rondale Moore's been getting,
it's unfortunate.
That is unfortunate for the Rondale Moore owners. I did say go pick Rondale Moore up But I do agree that, yes, that offense will hum because they will have D-Hop, Marquise Brown, both on the outside, and then they will have Rondell Moore running the slot where he realistically needs to be running anyways.
Maybe that'll, because Zach Ertz is out, maybe that'll still kind of supplant some more targets for him.
That's fair.
Rondell Moore should be fine. And with Hollywood, I think he might be even better because now the top's completely off. So they have to garner for that. Underneath routes should be open.
Yep, I agree with you there completely. That's crazy though, because they were talking about at least 6 weeks, and that was 3 weeks ago.
Well, they're saying that he's probably going to be back by the after the bye, which would be 5 weeks then.
Oh, that's not bad then.
Yeah, because they're not saying it's going to be this week. Jerry Jeudy, good news. Good news he didn't tear his Achilles.
Yep.
Bad, and it's saying it's a mild ankle injury. That didn't look mild. He was like writhing in pain on the ground. So definitely monitor that. Cortland Sutton might be a start this week against Vegas.
How many points did Cortland Sutton get last week?
Not a lot.
This weekend, he got double digits, right? I'm not just making that up.
I would have to look that up, but
I'm looking it up right now.
Look, Cortland Sutton is so hard to start right now because of how bad the Broncos offense looks. And it's even against Las Vegas, which is literally the worst.
1.8 point. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Tennessee. He had 9.6 points.
Okay. So he didn't kill you this week, but did you start him? No, there's no way you did.
My wife did.
No way.
I swear.
That's tough. That's got to be a sticky situation to even be in.
But she also had Christian Kirk, and T. Higgins was on bye. That's the main reason that he got started.
Okay, well, I guess I can see that. But maybe she should have listened to your old friend Ray when picked up Kadarius Toney and put him in. She
also had Kadarius Toney, but had to drop him a week ago. But I think he's still on the waiver wire. I don't remember. She asked me for advice, and I give her advice, but she does listen to the show. She's one of our great listeners.
Well, maybe go pick up Kadarius Toney because he'll be on the waiver show that we're going to talk about here in just a minute.
Exactly.
Anyways,
100%.
The Titans took a defensive hit, but Caleb Farley suffering a disc injury. I don't really care. Leonard Fournette.
Westbrook-Akine, you better start that dude from now on. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, that was gross.
No.
Leonard Fournette.
Hip pointer.
Yep.
They have a bye this week, so
they're saying he's going to be back after the bye.
Yeah, to play Cleveland. I'm very interested to see what the news is after the bye. Do they start making plans to move forward with Rashad White? I truly think they do.
They probably do, if we're being honest.
Herbert took a pretty mean shot to the head, but he came back in. It was weird. Of all times, I would have thought that he would have been 100% out of that game because he looked like he was out cold.
No, his helmet just got turned. It made it look worse than it was because his helmet got turned. Yes, should have been a flag. Yes, I agree. Just the weird way that it all happened in a bang situation. I don't think the defensive player for San Francisco should have been ejected because it happened so quick. But it's just because mainly his helmet got lifted and turned a little bit that it looked a little bit worse than what it actually was.
He got ejected because it was a quarterback.
That is fair. That is, it's a marquee quarterback.
Mm-hmm. That's why.
So,
Marcus Valdez-Scantling got hurt during the game. He came back in. Juju went out. I think he had to go to the hospital.
Yeah, he has a concussion. He's in the protocol.
A very serious concussion.
Yep. I'd expect at least 2 weeks for Juju.
That's why we're going to be talking about a name here very soon.
Can I guess?
I bet you already know. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like I called it last week, and we're going to keep talking about it until all you guys have money.
I've been preaching Kadarius Toney all season. Don't try to take my glory from me.
Where were you last week? When I was like,
I was still on Kadarius Toney and McCole Hardman.
We will replay this show right now.
I will literally run a rerun for you guys.
Don't you dare. And that's
I'm going to edit it in right
That's
here.
it for news.
Sweet. Awesome. Let's take a break, hear from our sponsors, and then jump into the waiver wire.
Hey, everyone. This show is brought to you by Driffles Jerky. Are you like us and love beef jerky, but hate paying those high prices for subpar meat? Well, at drifflesjerky.com, they have the money meat.
You said the money meat?
That's right, the money meat. Great tasting beef jerky made from top quality cuts of beef at great prices. Use promo code franchise tag to get yourself 10% off on your order today.
That's DRIFFILLS jerky.com. And we are back, guys. So, Ray's trying to steal my Kadarius Tony Thunder. But anyways, are you ready to jump in the waiver wires, Ray? Streaming options. Get you through some of these injuries that happened.
Yes, I am.
Let's talk about it, Raymond.
Okay, so Aaron, let's start
quarterback.
by
Going
up quarterbacks.
Gotcha.
I just want to point out one more time, just in case it still hasn't happened.
Can I guess?
Pick
up Justin Fields.
If he's still out there and he's not on a roster, I swear to God, he's 91% owned now. So that's the last time I have to mention it. He should be 100% started. I don't know why that's not a thing, but Justin Fields, 100%. Got to be started, got to be rostered, always in your lineup, those kind of things.
I agree.
For the quarterback streams of the week, I think that it's going to be a tough week. It's going to be a tough week.
A super tough week, actually.
You have Russell Wilson against Las Vegas. I do not like that. But if there was ever going to be a time,
there's
ever going to be a time.
Vegas is bad.
That's probably where.
Hear me out here. Hear me out here.
Okay.
Chicago has a awful rush defense. Marcus Mariota cannot throw the ball. We saw that last weekend, but he can run still. It would be like a Justin Fields, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts light to possibly stream Marcus Mariota against the Chicago defense. Their defense is still bad, even though Justin Fields is their entire offense and he is good.
I'm not interested at all in pretty much anything else that I'm seeing. There's one more name I want to take a look at real fast. Hold on.
So you're not interested in Mariota, or you are?
I'm not really I still don't really want to do that. Definitely type that in, but of course, Sleeper is it's really nice tonight. It's real nice tonight. Mm-hmm. Trevor Lawrence is 65% owned.
Ooh! Preach.
I think that. Oh, he's on bye. Never mind. But he'd be worth stashing. He'd be worth stashing.
If you've got a Matt Stafford or a Tom Brady who are super underperforming this year, and you haven't pivoted yet, Justin Fields number one. If he's there, he is 90% owned now. 91% owned now. I agree with you. But Trevor Lawrence is as you say, sneaky snarter to get in there and actually continue to put up points.
Yeah, because when he comes back from the bye, he plays against Baltimore, which hasn't really really instilled any fear in me for quarterbacks, and Detroit, which, other than the Packers, have let up as many points as you can put up. So, and that's leading into, unfortunately, they play Tennessee week 14, so he might not be a streamer for the rest of the season, but at least it might be able to get you to a point where you can make some moves, or hopefully something frees up on the waiver wire.
Listen, we're all battling for playoffs right now.
Yeah, most of the teams that have two quarterbacks at the end of week 14, they might be dropping them because they don't need them and they need other roster spots. So, if anything, Trevor Lawrence might be able to get you to that point.
Yep.
And that's it. That's all I have for any quarterback.
Yeah.
Quarterback.
We're getting to the point of the year where everyone who's worth note is rostered, and now you're looking at handcuff running backs, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to talk about running backs, but realistically, there's not.
I have a couple.
Very many. There's not very many. Let's hear your couple.
So I think right now would be a good time to stash Isaiah Pacheco. This is the time where he needs to be. That is the one name I wanted to put on your roster. Needs to be stashed if you have room.
Yeah,
definitely worth a stash. Looking to the rest of what I'm seeing on the waiver wire, not a lot. I mean, not even Elijah Mitchell. I don't think that's really going to be something.
What I wanted to ask too. He's 60% rostered across the sleeper platform. Or owned, rostered, however
Oh,
you
you're
say
right.
it.
Rostered. Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
You're right.
However you want to say it, owned, rostered. He's 60%. He did have 18 attempts for 89 yards. Christian McCaffrey, as we know, this year might look like to set him and Saquon both back off of the quote-unquote injury-prone tag that they have. But we're getting into backup running back season, Ray. We're getting to that point where you got to start taking the handcuffs. I would handcuff Elijah Mitchell going forward, while you can get him cheap before something does happen to Christian McCaffrey, especially before the fantasy playoffs.
I would agree.
Okay.
Also, if you're gonna handcuff anybody, Justin Jackson's still out there in pretty much every league that's ever existed, and he's looking like he's pretty much the clear number 2. I mean, Isaiah Spiller's still getting some run, but not enough to.
Did you say Justin Jackson?
Yeah.
The Detroit running back?
I'm sorry. I thought that was some other Jackson. I'm sorry. Take that back. Rewind. I thought that was the same. Forget what I just said. Forget what I said. There's nothing else that I'd want to roster. That's it.
Okay.
I thought that was
I was kind of
running back
confused.
they had out in LA, but it's not. So
no, they have since cut Justin Jackson, and it is Austin Eckler, Isaiah Spiller, Sony Michel in that order on the depth chart, and Justin Jackson got picked up by Detroit.
That's why I'm thinking that. I was like, is he really still like getting used out there? I don't remember seeing him get in. That's why. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is not needed to be rostered at this point. I don't think that
he goosed last week, didn't he?
He had 4 rushing attempts for 1 yard or something like that. He doesn't need to be rostered. He's not used. It's Isaiah Pacheco, it's Jerick McKinnon, and that's it. That's it.
I agree.
I don't like anything else.
That's pretty much it. You with the addition of Naeem Hines, like it just kills the other cook. What's his name? He was your boy before the season.
Isaiah Spiller?
James Cook. James Cook.
Oh yeah, James Cook. Yeah,
kills James Cook with Naeem Hines. That sucks. But realistically, yeah, I mean, you're looking at running backs thin as it goes. I would start looking at handcuffs.
This is the number 1 waiver wire ad this week for me. He's obviously it's Rashad White. He would be the number 1.
Yep.
And he's 55% owned.
Yep.
Absolutely needs to be rostered. 100%.
Yeah.
If for whatever reason AJ Dillon got cut in your league, I could imagine it happened. If for whatever reason he did, he needs to be rostered.
Yep.
Because Aaron Jones is getting hyper used. I think it's a matter of time.
Bound to happen. Yep.
I think it's a matter of time.
Like I said, I agree. I would look at Kenyon Drake too. If they were on the bye this week, I would look at Kenyon Drake. Even though Gus Edwards is going to be back, Kenyon Drake did look good before the bye. This is, as I said, handcuff season. So you're looking at your Tony Pollards, who's probably already rostered, your Alexander Madisons, your Elijah Mitchells for CMC, your who else? Who's behind Saquon?
I have no idea.
Can't remember. Anyways,
it's not. Without Saquon, that offense is not what it is. I don't want to do that.
I don't want to either. Matt Breida, that is who it is.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Yeah. Put him on your bench if you have a spot.
Especially if you're a team that's if you have these guys on your roster, you probably are in a pretty good spot. But it's handcuff season. Be starting to look at picking up either A, your backup running backs, or B, if you're a fringe team, your opponent's backup running backs, just in case something crazy happens. So, but anyways, wide receivers.
Moving on to wide receivers.
Heck yeah, Brandon Cooks, even though he hates being there, showed up this week. I do think that he is probably a better add and stash on your roster than majority of people.
Okay. My number 1 receiver ad this week is absolutely Kadarius Toney. He's 60% rostered. If he's there, he needs to be on your roster immediately, ASAP. Also, 81% roster. I know it's high. I understand, and this is just if he's there. Darnell Mooney probably needs to be rostered as well.
Yep. I
I
agree
know
on that
this
one
week
too.
was a little disappointing, but if we're still talking that high, Garrett Wilson's probably still out there in 30% of leagues. Take a look. Maybe 20% of leagues. So take a look.
I agree.
Now this is to players that probably are still on your waiver wire.
Listen,
What's up?
you're gonna want to Kadarius Toney. I've been preaching it the last few weeks. If McCole Hardman's still out there with the injury to Juju, it helps Kadarius Toney, but it also helps McCole Hardman. Patrick Mahomes can support more than one fantasy viable wide receiver.
I don't know if McCole Hardman gets that job back from Kadarius.
I don't think he does. Kadarius and McCole both just. I think they run Kadarius. I think they run McCole Hardman, MVS on the outsides, and Kadarius Toney in the slot.
What they did this last week, while Juju was still in the offense and MVS was still out there, and what the offense looked like was Kadarius was the Tyreek motion guy.
Yes,
he was what McCole Hardman was to that offense. He is a better version. He is a better version than what McCole Hardman can provide because he can actually go down the field and catch the ball too.
I agree, but with Juju out, they both need to be on the field.
Yeah, they probably will be. And
so buy yourself a couple weeks.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I can see what you're talking about here.
Okay. So sorry to interrupt again. There's 3 minutes left in the third quarter, and Philadelphia is down to the Washington Commanders. It's weird.
There's no way.
23-14. Promise.
There's no way this happens.
Promise. But anyways, you want to talk about other people that are ready to be rostered? I do think, and yes, he scored 3 times. I do think Christian Watson at this point is a stash and hold. If that's going to be the winning formula against a good football team, because Dallas is good. Their defense is good. Mm-hmm. Their offense is decent. I mean, it's good. Their defense is above average. Their offense is average. We'll say that, to put it that way. But if that is going to be the winning formula as Aaron Jones and Christian Watson, stash and hold, man. He could catch fire towards the back half of this season.
And the Packers are playing against a lot of high-powered offenses coming up.
Tennessee on Thursday night this week, and then Miami the following week. The following week.
It's not Miami. Miami's on Christmas.
Oh, Philadelphia. Sorry,
Philadelphia,
and then Miami.
So, no, Miami's on Christmas.
Oh, okay.
One more time.
And then Miami.
No, so they're on Christmas. I promise.
Oh, okay.
We were going to go to that game. That's why.
Cool.
We were going to go to that game, and we're like, oh, we can't do that. So, number one name that's most likely out there, either it be Christian Watson or, I know it's gross. I know you don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Allen Robinson.
Yeah, especially with Cooper Kupp being out for the next couple weeks. Him also look towards Ben Skoranek. For some reason, he's still involved in that offense. You saw it this past week with this game. This should also be different position, but this should also be another back up to uptick in Tyler Higbee's performance here with Cooper Kupp going down.
Yeah, I would agree, but we're not there yet. We're not there.
No, yeah, I know, but I'm just a name to bring up.
Mm-hmm. Jahan Dotson's still out there with a lot of availability, but he hasn't really been doing a lot this game, so
no.
I don't know. Maybe the offense is more shifted a lot more to Terry McLaurin as it should have been this whole time. Paris Campbell.
Yep.
Paris Campbell should be in your lineup if you have the spot. When Matt Ryan's on the field, he wants to go to Paris Campbell. 100% of the time, wants to go there.
Don't know why.
I don't get it either, but let me tell you, it's been how it is. It's been how it is.
Do you know why?
Last one. Do you look at Laviska Shenault? Do you look at him?
No.
Do you look away? Do you avert your eyeballs?
You avert your eyeballs.
Yeah, you avert your eyeballs. 4% owned. If you're in a 16-man league, why not?
Why not? I agree. I agree. So to your point on Paris Campbell, with Matt Ryan just starting out 5.20 because he got injured or something or another. 2 points, 6 points, 3 points. And then when they finally decided to let him be used, 100% of snaps, 15 points, 98% of snaps, 18 points. Then he went to Sam Ellinger, sub 10, 2.6, and now right back to it, 80% of snaps, 7 for 76, 17.1 points. And Michael Pittman was viable again too. So if you have Pittman, that actually is a lot better for him.
Very much so. Very much so. I would agree, but like Paris Campbell probably needs to be rostered.
Yep, I agree.
Moving on to tight ends, Aaron.
Wait, time out. Time out.
Oh, whoa.
If Keenan Allen and Mike Williams is still out, obviously, but if Keenan Allen is out, do you roster DeAndre Carter? If you're the owner of either one of those players?
No.
Okay. You think that was just a one-off game?
I'm not comfortable. I'm still not comfortable starting him, even though you could see like that offense so desperately needs. Mike Williams is going to be back this next week.
They so desperately need just a viable number one.
They need Keenan Allen back. That's what they need. They need Keenan Allen back.
Yeah.
I need Keenan Allen back.
Yeah, I need Keenan Allen back. I got Herbert.
We all need Keenan Allen
I traded him. We all need Keenan Allen back. Moral of the story, please come back, Keenan.
All right. So tight ends, Aaron.
I've already brought up his name, Tyler Higbee. I do think he'll get an uptick in target, but probably my number one waiver tight end of the week. Ray already knows what I'm gonna say. My number one tight end ad, and Ray is upset because he texted me and said he still has hate for this guy, is Cole Kmet.
Because he just every time that he is on a roster, he burns you. Every time. It's
fair. He's only 53% rostered.
Yeah, he's 53% roster. He's most likely out. He's 50-50 out there. 36% started.
Yeah.
At this point, he needs to be. He's on fire. Well, he's not on fire yet. Well, I guess 8.1 points for a tight end. That's pretty damn good.
If you're getting over 5 points as your tight end position a week,
you're a tight end one.
You're good.
That's good. Actually, let me see. Was he on in this format?
I'm not on my phone. Tight end one. Tight end 12.
He was the tight end 12 with 8 points.
Yeah.
Tight end 12, tight end 2, tight end 1.
Yep.
But he did get hurt, so make sure you're monitoring that throughout the week. But
pay attention.
I think that he probably needs to be started at this point with confidence because he is the number one target in that offense.
Yep.
Outside of Justin Fields running the ball.
Yep. I'm going to bring up one more, then I'm going to let you talk. I think this is a bold take. I think Taysom Hill needs to be dropped for Juwan Johnson.
Shut up. I hate you.
Bro, the last 2 weeks, the same rules as Cole Kmet, 11.2 and 12.9 in our scoring formats.
He is the tight end 8, tight end 4. I get it.
Outside of the first 4 weeks of football, Taysom Hill hasn't done anything for anybody's roster.
I understand. I get it. Yes, Juwan Johnson needs to be started. And yes, he is probably the only viable piece right now because Andy Dalton is awful. Just put Jameis back in, please. For everybody's sake.
It's killing Alvin Kamara, which sucks.
It's killing everybody.
But anyways, do you have any other tight end options here?
Tyler Conklin.
Okay, I'd agree.
Tyler Conklin probably needs to be picked up if you're desperate for tight end.
Yep.
Taking a look one more time. Brock Wright, he didn't look too bad, but this is the week without TJ Hawkinson, so that he actually got the full workload.
Yeah.
I'd like to see it one more time before I really trust putting him in, but he was involved.
Yeah,
Robert Tonyan,
yeah.
Nothing. There's no reason to bother at this point. I think last season was a product of Devontae getting triple covered, so he was wide open in the end zone a lot.
I agree.
I'm going to monitor what Mark Andrews is this week. If they're going to sit him one more week, Isaiah Likely.
I was about to say, you think that they might sit him one more week to let him get fully healthy before push towards the playoffs?
Maybe. And if we get news that he's still not practicing, I would pick up Isaiah Likely for free. Don't put any money on him, but just pick him up again. See
That is true. A lot of people probably dropped him.
Yeah, he's currently 32% rostered and 2% started. I don't think that anybody's going to be starting him if Mark Andrews is back, but Isaiah Likely showed that he has chemistry with Lamar, and tight end sucks. So I'm done talking.
We literally just talked about it. 8 points is top tight end one.
I don't want to talk about tight ends anymore. I'm going to throw it out.
Do we have a few defensive streams of the week?
Sure we do. I'm sure that we do. Cincinnati Bengals against Pittsburgh. That's probably the smash start of the week.
Are you sure? Pittsburgh came out looking pretty good against New Orleans. Okay defense.
No, I would rather put Cincinnati's defense is much better than New Orleans. I would be much more interested in that.
I want to point this out. Denver's defense against Las Vegas. If Denver's defense isn't rostered anyways, they should be. I saw a crazy stat today on Twitter that says if the Broncos could have scored 18 points throughout the entire season, they'd be 8-1 right now.
What's funny is that throughout last season, the average points they were putting up with Drew Lock was 20 points.
I don't get it. But anyways,
moment of silence. I'm gonna say a name. It's gross. Avert your eyeballs. Avert your ears.
Okay.
The Packers defense against Tennessee.
They can't stop Derrick Henry. Get out of town.
They would, if they can at least slow Derrick Henry down or put up enough points to where Malik Willis has to throw the ball, then the Packers defense
is it still Malik Willis?
Ryan
it's Tannehill. Again?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Hurt his ankle again. So
I was going to say, because it seems like a smash start, Washington against Houston, but we saw this week with Dameon Pierce that he's still going to get it done. And with a lesser defense like Washington's, he's probably going to score a couple times. So don't do Washington.
No,
don't be tempted on seeing the name of Houston.
And in no way, shape, or form, I just want everybody to hear this. In no way, shape, or form, ever, are you starting Las Vegas defense? Do not get fooled. Do not put them against Denver. I know Denver has the worst offense in the league. I don't care. Vegas has the worst defense that has ever existed.
Yep.
Ever. They are awful. They're degrading every week. They're just getting worse and worse and worse every week.
Did you see where Devontae Adams said that Sundays are the worst days of the week?
Could have been the best day with. Could you imagine Devontae and Christian Watson?
Stop it.
Could you imagine? Like, it's crazy.
Stop it, please.
And Romeo Dobbs.
Stop it.
Now that offense looks a lot better. Who knows?
It's crazy what happens when you lose the top 3 wide receiver in the NFL.
Who knows? Any kickers you want to talk about, Aaron?
We going kickers.
We don't have to, and I don't want to. So,
kickers. You
Brett
can
Maher.
look at. I was just about to say you can look at Brett Maher next week.
Mm-hmm.
They play the Eagles, right? No, they play Minnesota. So even if they're close, they're probably going to kick the ball quite a bit.
Nick Folk.
Yes, I agree. Nick Folk is on fire. Harrison Butker, you can look at potentially dropping him. He's been a little off since his ankle injury.
And that's it. Dome with kickers. That's it. That's all I want to talk about forever.
If Stafford's back and Cup's out, I would look at Matt Gay because I think McVay's smart enough to know that if they're inside 40 yards and it's a 4th and 7, they're going to kick a field goal. McManus is still McManus against Las Vegas is still a great play. Pretty much it right there. That's it. Dicker the kicker. I don't know if he's rostered in your league. He should be just from his name, but he plays for the Chargers. Should be rostered just because of the name.
I don't have any kickers left. That's it. I hate kickers.
I know you hate kickers. So does that mean I just inadvertently inherit kickers for the league?
No,
has to be my going.
No, I just wanted to fill a little more time.
Okay, well, we are pretty much good. So, anything else?
Nope.
Okay. How'd you do in pick'ems this week?
Last place.
I lost completely too because there were a bunch of games I didn't expect to happen, and the onesie twosie games where the two people against the rest of the league bet against somebody that ended up winning. Anyways, congratulations! I think Don won it. Donnie?
Yes, he did win it. Yes,
Word.
I do have one more
Good job,
thing.
Donnie. What's up?
Hey, so if you're still listening, you're still checking out our faces, and you want to play some Warzone with us on Wednesday because we will be playing most of the day. If you would like to, drop your gamer tag, drop your Activision ID, and we will squad up with you Wednesday. So just put it in the comments, and we'll
10 a.m. PT.
The what?
10 a.m. Pacific time.
Oh yeah, we'll hit you up. I promise.
Yeah, jump in the Discord, leave our stuff there. I will create a channel right now as soon as we are done with this show that says want to play Warzone. That will be the name of the channel. Drop your gamer tag. We will bring you into a voice chat. Oh no.
I can link Xbox now to.
We can use Xbox Party too. It doesn't matter.
The Discord works now. Works fine. I know how to do it.
You're so great. I'm so glad you're stepping up in the world.
That's really Xbox finally getting on Discord, but that's not. I'll take credit.
That's fair. So, anyways, guys, yes, we will be doing nothing but that Wednesday, and then recording the Thursday show at some point in time for the preview.
Probably in the morning, so that we don't have to do it.
That is fair, so we don't have to take a break. We'll be playing for about 24 hours straight.
Yeah.
But as always, guys, please go to driftlesjerky.com and use code franchise tagged for 10% off of your order. Please, as always, as we were just talking about, join our Discord channel. We'll answer any and all of your questions there. And follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. As always, please hit the thumbs up button on the videos. It does help us in the YouTube algorithm, which helps us grow, which we really appreciate. Hit the notification bell so you know any point in time when we go live. And please click that subscribe button. We are close to 850 now, I believe, which is freaking awesome. And as always, guys, we'll see you later.